nonsensical Pittsburgh Steelers talk. Every single week we take that walk through the history, the present, and the future bright. Steel City stories shining ever so light. Yeah, Viking, Donkey, Gingy, Lasker, a legendary crew. Talking Steelers football through and through.
That's right, Jackson Jennings. We're here. It's the whole crew. It's Laskers. It's Gingy. It's the Viking Donkey. It is the Daily Dose of Donkey with Ginger. Guys, Super Bowl talk is what we'll call this one. How y'all feeling on the weekend of the biggest game of the season?
Mutant Ninja in the house, Donkey, it's always mixed for me. First of all, Steelers aren't there. Also, obviously, feelings there. But it is the last game of football, professional football, NFL football for quite some time. And that's always a very dark, dark time.
Digi, I like how you had to correct yourself like 4 times there purely because of the USFL. So I appreciate the correction.
I got it right, though, I think. I got it right.
You did? I appreciate it. Laskers, how you feeling?
Lasker's in the house. I'm disappointed we ain't there. But am I surprised that we're not there? Of course not. We didn't have a good team this year. But, I'm really not excited for this game. I'll be completely honest. I am 1,000% not excited for halftime. So, we'll see what happens.
Just the comic relief that Bad Bunny's already given me thus far is absolutely entertaining. I appreciate it. And if you are into some Latin trap music, Gingy, I ain't gonna lie. This dude has some bangers out there. I am a little bit excited about the halftime show. I guess that's a fun spot to start. Gingy, there's going to be some people trying to put on an alternate halftime show, but there's the real halftime show featuring Bad Bunny, Grammy-winning artist, native of Puerto Rico, American-made Latin trap music singer who, I don't know if you like Latin trap, but I'll tell you right now, his songs are kind of bangers, man. I feel myself bobbing around. I know a little bit of the words in there. I know a little bit of the words in there. It's like bringing me back to the Ricky Martin days of feeling just that little Latin vibe and some popular music, Gingy.
Okay. I don't really know any of the songs. I'm not really for it or against it. We're looking for entertainment, Donkey. I don't know about the comedic relief, if that's superintended on Bad Bunny's part, but I'm glad that you.
It's great.
I'm glad that you gleaned that from that particular artist. I don't know. What did you say about an alternative show?
Yeah, there's some
rock and
there's some redneck hillbillies that are a little upset that the person's not singing in English, so Turning Point USA is putting on a show with 0-time Grammy winner Kid Rock, and he's out there talking like we should and this is where I have a little disrespect for it. He's out there talking like he's a better American music artist than Bad Bunny, and say what you want, Bad Bunny's an American. Bad Bunny's a music artist who's been a lot more popular, sold a lot more records, has a lot more streams, and won a lot more awards than Kid Rock ever has. And Kid Rock out here talking about how it's the Christian version. Yeah, man, Christian version, like, you never seen Asshole Like Me or whatever the song is, and Ball with the Ball. Super, super conservative songs right there, Gingy. Super duper.
Yeah, some people change as they get a little bit older, Donkey. That's what I hear. I don't know, though. I don't know about that. I've never really found Kid Rock to be all that super conservative or Christian in the music that I've listened to. But again, I haven't listened to Kid Rock in quite some time.
20 years.
News break for you. No one's listened to Kid Rock in 20 years.
So I find it weird that we're even talking about an alternative halftime show. But I'm looking for over or under, Donkey, 3 AI commercials.
Hold on. Am I supposed to be in a universe where I don't believe that all these commercials are made by AI?
No, I mean commercials are about AI.
Specifically about AI.
Specifically advertising it, like actually replacing human
commodities. Does this involve companies that are
does.
AI companies and may not
if you see 'em-
advertise it as AI companies, just advertises the company.
I'll be surprised if any.
Like Lemonade Insurance, right? That's a pure AI insurance based company, but has people working in it, and they do commercials that don't let you know they're AI. So do those companies count as well? Because if so, it's over, and it's over by a lot.
Yeah, we're gonna count those, Donkey. I think that counts.
Then it's over by a lot because I already know of at least 4 companies that are AI companies that have commercials in the Super Bowl. So over and by a lot.
Okay, that's good. That's good news.
Side note, AI stuff. Digi, you got to get on board with the AI. I mean, the new intro. Come on, dude. It's kind of a banger.
It is a banger. I understand that, Donkey, and I am on board to a certain extent.
All right, we're going off the rails here, so we'll just leave it at a certain
Super
extent.
Bowl week.
We're going to try to get back to football here.
We're gonna try.
Anybody watch the Pro Bowl game? You know,
No.
there's a
Didn't
lot of
watch
points.
it, but I saw some highlights. Right, I'm not. It looks like they're having fun. That's really what I care about when it comes to the Pro Bowl too. I think that should be a really big celebration of football, and guys who are really, really good at playing football should be able to have a little bit of a vacation and fun doing it after a long season. When I started seeing players like reject the Pro Bowl, just say like nah, because it's just so innocuous and boring.
And these guys make so much money now, the $50,000 or whatever ain't worth it.
We got to bring it. We got to bring some incentive back where these guys want to go do this and have fun. I feel like it's a culture thing for the game.
I heard there's a tush push in flag football.
They did line up and do a tush push. Yes, it was quite hysterical. If you haven't seen that, you should look that up. It's quite funny. I think the Pro Bowl should just be gone because you're not having an exhibition football game anymore. It's flag football. I think what they really should do, Gingy, is make this like a skills competition, right? And make the winner like win grand prizes and win trophies as best hands wide receiver, biggest arm quarterback. Make it something interesting people want to watch, like most balls caught off a jug machine without putting one on the ground. Miles Killebrew, I had to bring you up, man. Watching you catch the 6th ball off the jugs machine. Still a great moment from a Pro Bowl weekend. I think that was last year or 2 years ago. I think they should just do away with the game and just make it like a fun skills competition where these guys want to go and show their... Because right now the Pro Bowl doesn't show anything. Make it just the skills thing where you show you're better than the other guy. Like, ooh, is Justin Herbert or is Sunshine more accurate from 60 yards away throwing a football? You know, something entertaining. Like, I honestly don't have very many Pro Bowl moments from the games that stick out. But, dude, I remember Miles Killebrew catching 1,000 punts. I remember the Brett Favre, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees. I think Michael Vick might have been in it. Like the big arm competition where they just tried to chuck that ball as far as they could. Those are the things I remember, Gingy. Why don't we just focus on that? Put it somewhere people can watch and have a good time. Like, do I want to see Shadur Sanders play in shorts? No, I don't even like watching him play in pads.
I agree.
But I'll tell you this, if I could watch him try to outthrow other quarterbacks, I might actually be interested, Laskers.
Oh, I 100% agree. Like, yeah, no, I have no interest in watching him throw in shorts. Like, that just seems stupid to me.
Like, I want to see running backs line up and see who has the best ability to push through, like, the line of scrimmage by getting a blocking dummy, and every time you add, like, 100-pound weight to it, right, Gingy? And whoever, or offensive lineman, last one going wins, you know? See who's the strongest offensive lineman by who can push the heaviest blocking dummy, like, or do it the fastest at 300 pounds, you know? I want to see this be like a strongman competition when it comes to linemen. I want to see like a NBA skills competition when it comes to quarterbacks and wide receivers, right? I want the entertainment value, and maybe they do more of that than I think they do. But I've seen the games they play, and it's not quite what I want, you know. But it's more entertaining. I mean, I think the dodgeball game was better than the football game.
I'd believe it.
But anyway, let's move on from the Pro Bowl. Kudos to all the Steelers Pro Bowlers out there. Let's. Do we want to talk Super Bowl first or Steelers coaching staff, Laskers?
Doesn't matter to me.
Gingy.
Steelers' choice.
Someone's got to give me an answer.
We're going to talk about let's talk about Super Bowl. Save
Let's
Steelers.
talk about the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We got pretty boy over there, Drake May, maybe having a shoulder injury, maybe not having a shoulder injury. I don't know. We have Sam Darnold over there, maybe having an oblique injury, maybe not having an oblique injury. We're talking quarterbacks. You look at both of these teams. The Patriots have both their running backs healthy. Of course, only one running back healthy on the other side for Seattle. Two offenses that have been explosive, but have both been shut down at times, and two defenses who can be great, but also can give up a lot of points. A lot of star power on both sides. I mean, you're talking names like Stephon Diggs, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Drake May, the MVP runner-up in the closest MVP vote ever. Congratulations to Matthew Stafford edging out Drake May. Number 2, Drake May in MVP voting. You have Sam Darnold, who's the first quarterback to win 14 games in back-to-back years for two different franchises. The first of those first-round picks from that great draft with Baker Mayfield and Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson to make a Super Bowl. There's a lot of storylines. There's a lot of good entertainment to be done here. There's a lot of excitement to have if you're just a casual football fan. But if you're like a hardcore football fan, it's Seattle versus the dynasty, right? That's what it comes down to. The casual lines are there, but hardcore fans, this is, please God, someone stop the frickin' dynasty. Where is Eli frickin' Manning when I need him, Gingy?
That's who I'm rooting for. I believe it. I don't want to see the Patriots get 7.
No, I don't. Every football fan who's not a Patriots fan doesn't want to see that happen. Like, unless you're a Cleveland Browns fan, you probably want to see it happen, so you can be like, Steelers fans, you don't got the most Super Bowl now. But outside of Browns fans and Patriots fans, I'm not sure there's a team in the world that wants the Patriots to win, Laskers.
No, I definitely agree with that. Though I think it's going to be a tough uphill slide for the Seahawks to actually win this one.
I really don't, and the reason for this, Laskers, is look at what the Patriots did in this playoffs, and tell me which team
they didn't play anyone.
That's what I'm going to say. Tell me which team you think actually gave them a game and was a good football team. See, the whole idea is iron sharpens iron. I think with a week off to lick their wounds a little bit, and the fact that they have played more competitive football against better teams, I think that gives the Seahawks a big advantage, Gingy.
That's a certainly good way to think about it, right? But again, it's going to happen in the trenches, don't we? Is New England going to be able to sustain drives to be able to keep up with the Seattle offense? I do believe that the Seattle offense, if it's playing on, is going to be able to score points. A few of them. Yeah. My question is the Patriots offense up to the same task on the other side?
I'm going to tell you, one of the biggest letdowns for me this postseason, and it's not that he didn't win the games because he did. It's if you watched Drake May the last 3 weeks of the regular season, and I know the teams they playing weren't very good, he looked like a dude who was taking that next step to become that next guy you talk about. And then we get to the playoffs, and I'm going to be honest with you, dude. He has missed some easy throws, some big throws, and it feels like the pressure was getting to him. And there's no more pressure-filled moment than the Super Bowl, Laskers. And you're talking, these are two teams who this is going to be a different experience for them, right? Because let's be honest here, the Super Bowl is essentially 2 football games. The way the break works, this is different than anything you've experienced. This is 2 different football games. There's a first half, there's a second half. I think the team that has dealt with more adversity at the important positions is the team that has an advantage, Laskers. And to me, no one's dealt with more adversity in this game than Sam Darnold.
I don't disagree with you, and I think you actually mean it's a first game and a second game, just based off the fact of how long that break is, because that break is long.
Yeah. It's an absolute game changer, to say the least. Gingy is the best way to put it. You got to make sure you're in there. You got to make sure you're eating them sandwiches, getting them electrolytes in the halftime thing. We like to talk about this game like it's a game that we can normally talk about, Gingy. But there's something different that makes this game, to me, a silly way to end the season. I love the Super Bowl, but the fact that this game is played differently than any other game the whole year, Gingy, just it makes it a little silly to me.
Silly, but it sets it apart with all of its pomp and circumstance and spectacle, the nature of it, right? That's what this is all about. It's getting these guys in front of the lights. It's a big media week, big hype, like biggest game of the year. Donkey, one thing that's very important in my house is what kind of snacks am I going to be having for this game?
Oh yeah, we will definitely do a part. Listen to the rest of the breakdown of the Super Bowl. We'll do a rate what you expect, rate your drinks, rate your snacks, and what you're going to have right after we get there. So let's finish this talk up here. The last thing I want to talk about in this matchup before we say how we're going to feel, who we're looking for to make the plays is, do you think, and I've talked to you about this before, Gingy, sometimes it's that team that wants it a little more, that team that has a little more hunger that gets it done. And in this case, the more hunger might come on the Seattle side, not because of the teams, but because of the coaching staff. Like when you look through New England's coaching staff, it's a bunch of coaches who either as players or as coaches have won Super Bowls before. Now, does that experience let them better prep this team that's never really experienced that before? Or does the other team over there that's maybe a little hungrier, maybe pushes a little harder, maybe does that staying up 1 hour later? Like I believe it was McDonald, the head coach of Seattle, talking about how he only gets to see his kids for 30 minutes a day if he's lucky. Do you think maybe that little extra hunger is in Seattle on the coaching staff? Or do you think the experience there in New England could make a difference in this game?
I'm thinking that I think the Seahawks are prepared. That's all I'm saying. I don't know too much about the coaching staffs, although Mike Vrabel, Coach of the Year, that's hard to compete against that when you're talking specifically about coaching staffs, right? Mm-hmm. But I do believe that we're looking at, I think Seahawks overall might be a bit more experienced in this as a coaching staff, but I'm not sure, Donkey. It's really what I'm looking at is maybe the inexperience of New England more than anything.
Well, when you look at New England's coaching staff, you have Vrabel, who's been there, done that a bunch of times. That's the defensive side being led by a guy who knows what he's doing. Offensive side, Josh McDaniels been to how many damn Super Bowls now? So like 6?
Oh, plenty.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Laskers, you feel a coaching staff veteranosity or more young, hungry people could do it? And do you think maybe Seattle's offense struggles because Clint Kubiak already knows he's the 1 foot out the door man about to be named coach of the Vegas Raiders?
Oh boy, that second part of that question makes this tougher. But I do think that, being hungry, that makes a huge difference in this game. And to answer your second question, I think he's still focused on winning. I mean, I don't think he cares about. I don't think he cares about the Raiders. And also, you should probably reconsider that.
Reconsider what?
What are the
Raiders?
Yes.
Forget that, dude. Think about this. If he likes any of the quarterbacks in the upcoming draft class, Laskers, he gets them. He gets to be that guy as his cornerstone. Yeah,
that's true.
And you get to work with Tom Brady. I mean, that could have some good things. I mean, you have to work for Davis. He's not as nutty as his dad, but he's a little bit of a nut job on his own, Gingy.
Okay, I have a question. What do you think about these two teams' running games? I think that we spoke a lot about quarterbacks. What kind of support do these quarterbacks have around them?
I'm going to break it down to you this way, and I'll break down the way I see this game going right now, because this is This is what I feel is going to happen. Kenneth Walker's an absolute monster, but more importantly, Kenneth Walker is really solid with the football. He doesn't really turn the ball over. Sam Darnold's played really clean games. I think Seattle's going to play a clean game on offense, and I think they're going to capitalize on this young Patriots team. And I think their defense is going to capitalize on a young Patriots offense that, as a Steelers fan, we watched the New England Patriots fumble away a football game they should have won. They had 5 fumbles. We saw Travion Henderson's known to fumble the football. Ramondre Stevenson's known to fumble the football. Drake May fumbles the football and throws into tight coverage. I really think the difference in this game is going to be one of these teams plays a cleaner style of football in Seattle on offense. I know Darnold had like the most turnovers in the league, but since being in the playoffs has played really clean. Their running backs are clean with the football. It really feels like Darnold's kind of turned a different level at the end of the season the way he was playing with the Seahawks. And it really feels like Drake May has become a little more loose with the ball as the season's gone on. In terms of running backs, you're out there doing that. And I'm going to be honest with you right now. You put it up and you say, who'd you want to go get the ball? Jackson Smith and Jigba and Cooper Kupp or Stephon Diggs and Keyon Booty? I'll tell you right now, I like Booty. I like Diggs. But, dude, Jackson Smith and Jigba right now might be the best receiver in football. And Cooper Kupp's the guy who's been there, done that, won a Super Bowl MVP. I think the skill position and the quarterback playing to a more understanding the moment better, which Sam Darnold, a more veteran guy, has been on the bench before, turned the ball over a lot early in his career. I really feel like that's a dude who's ready for this moment, and I think he's going to lead a cleaner playing team. And when you look at both of these defenses, neither one of them really forces you to make the turnovers, right? They're not like the Houston Texans. They're not like the Denver Broncos. They're both really good units who, when you make mistakes, capitalize. I think both defenses are going to play great. I think the Patriots offense is going to put the Patriots defense in a spot where Seattle's able to capitalize and win this Super Bowl a little more comfortably than you would think. That's what I'm really seeing here, Genji.
Mm-hmm. I don't disagree, Donkey.
It's all you. Any add-ons you have to it or you like the breakdown, you can go ahead
I like
and
the break.
here and we'll make a pick. Yeah.
I like the breakdown. I a lot about offenses, Donkey, but I think it. We talked a lot. I think you mentioned, Seattle. I think everybody thinks Seattle's the favorite, and I think Vegas thinks Seattle's the favorite. What are they? 4.5 line right now?
I'll take your word for it. I haven't really paid much attention.
I'll take your word for it too. My phone's way away.
I think they're 4.5 favorites right now. But if New England is to pull out this game, I think it's going to be done with some gritty defense and getting after Sam Darnold.
I think if they win this game, it's going to be on the feet of Drake May. I think his running is what has the potential to be the game changer in this. Laskers, how are you feeling?
I agree with you, and I'm also going to agree with Gingy on the points because my phone's way too far away to go look. But, I think the only chance that New England has, even though I said it earlier that I think it's going to be a close game, I think the only chance is it's on Drake May.
That's fair. Let's get to picking the game then. I see Seattle winning this game 30-20. Gingy, how are you feeling in this game? Who'd you like? What'd you like to score at?
I think that it's maybe going to be a little bit more conservative than we think. I think the offenses are going to come out swinging, but so are the defenses. I think we're looking at a closer game, but still a 24-20 victory by the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh, we like New England on the same point total. Laskers, who'd you got?
I'm going Seattle 35, Patriots 31, and I'm going to give you an X factor. Cooper Kupp.
Cooper Kupp is an X factor. All right. If we have to go there, dude, God, I love Kenneth Walker. He has to be my pick, man. That dude's
a great
that
pick.
dude's he's fast, he's nimble, and he'll run your ass over. I love Kenneth Walker, Gingy.
It's a solid pick. I don't disagree with you there, Donkey.
I like the Cooper go. What, you think Cooper Kupp getting his second Super Bowl MVP? Keeping it in
That's
the
what I'm liking
NFC.
it.
Oh,
Yeah,
NFC
I'm
West?
really liking it because the Rams said that he shouldn't even be hired. I'm liking that pick.
All right,
Hot
I
take,
think he's
you
going to
heard it
show
here
up.
first.
I think he's going to show up and be like, "F you, people."
We all just ignored like the biggest weapons in the game. No Stephon Diggs, no Travion Henderson, no
Jackson
Drake May,
Smithing,
no
yeah.
no JSN. Yep, no
Yeah.
JSN, no Sam Darnold. Let's go
Nope.
with the lesser likely guys on the voting category there.
That's
All
what
right,
it's
let's
gonna
have a little
take.
fun here. It's Super Bowl time. I get to watch it in the middle afternoon. You guys have to stay up late, so have fun with that.
I probably won't stay up.
Super Bowl. Question 1. Do you prefer to have it with a big group or a quiet setting? Not necessarily quiet setting, a more secluded setting. Donkey likes secluded settings because Donkey doesn't like being in big groups of people. Gingy.
Same.
And Laskers.
No more than 6.
I gotta count. I think I got 5 that I'm doing. Pulled pork nachos. That's the plan. Smoked pulled pork nachos.
Yikes.
Oh, Laskers is already on to treats, so he named what his treat of the day is. Gingy. Special snacks? What you looking at? What are you gonna have? And if it was ideal, what would you have? Because you don't have to necessarily have what you want.
Oh, she's gonna have what he wants. All right, that's what we are. We are counting on that mid there, and we are looking at a couple different things, Donkey. Right. So Gingy is first thinking about a Frito taco bake dip.
Let's
Ooh,
go.
that sounds delicious.
Chili
All right,
cheese or regular?
Pretty happy with that. But
Hold on. Chili cheese or regular Fritos?
He's not telling us.
Well,
Chili cheese or regular Fritos? We need to know.
Regular Fritos for the bake. Donkey. That's
Okay,
word.
fair.
Sorry, I missed that. I was already thinking about the next thing, Donkey, and that's because
Digi's just in heaven over there. He's like, don't talk to me.
I have a snack monster, Donkey, and let me tell you what, my girlfriend, my significant other here, she makes mean pigs in a blanket, Donkey, and I am really thinking about them little, the hot dog weenies with the little crescent rolls. Oh man!
So like
hang on, I gotta interrupt on this one.
Multiple styles of mustard to dip in. I'm just saying, put it out there. You have a little sweet one, a little spicy one.
That's right.
Oh,
that's
man,
right.
That's what's up.
That's right. So I don't know which way I'm going, Donkey, but it's going to be good either way. Yes, go for it.
Pigs in a blanket are not fucking hot dogs in a fucking roll.
Yes, they are. Get the hell out of here. Google disagrees with
we
you.
don't have to do this here, boys. We don't have to do
They're
this here,
fucking
boys.
cabbage with
there's no damn cabbage in pigs in a blanket.
Boys,
right?
Yes,
crescent roll
yes.
from the little one where you push his belly and he goes. Ooh,
Laskers, I'll just say I respect your diversity, okay, but we don't have to do this here.
This is not a DEI program.
No, that's the Polish side of me.
I get it. I know. I get it. For the record, Laskers, we're going to respect you. What are these pigs in a blanket that you refer to? What are real pigs in a blanket?
Cabbage with sausage.
Okay. All right. All right.
Fake
don't get me wrong. I don't mind what you guys were talking about.
That's fake news. Google agrees.
All right. It's all right. I hear you. Respect.
Don't you try to confuse the AI overlords here. All right, Gingy, anything else going on in those platters?
Nope. Those are the decisions right now, Donkey. Myself, maybe for a little snackaroo in the afternoon while we're pre-gaming, because like I said, we need a pre-game snack before the real snack, the Super Bowl snack. Thinking about maybe a little homemade Chex Mix. That's my go-to. I love it.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Heavy or light on adding chocolates into your Chex Mix?
Listen, my Chex Mix is a sultry Chex Mix, Donkey. I prefer it just for the...
so it's like the type I can take out hiking because I ain't got to worry about it melting in my backpack?
That's right. It's gonna have
respect.
It's gonna have salt and peanuts and all the good stuff. Yeah.
Right, I like that. I like that.
Mhm.
Let's get over here. Snack wise, man, it's Super Bowl Sunday. I gotta have stuffed crust pizza, man. It's
Ooh,
gotta start with stuffed crust pizza, which also means
okay.
you gotta get the breadsticks, you gotta get the cheesesteaks, you gotta make it the whole thing. If they have buffalo wings, man, add me some buffalo wings. Yes,
Yeah,
I
we
know
need
people are
those.
gonna make fun of me here, but most restaurants screw up bone-in wings, so give me the boneless wings because at least they're crunchy and delicious.
Okay.
So we're gonna put it there. Probably a little
I
buffalo
agree
style on it.
100% with you, Donkey.
Probably a little buffalo sauce with it.
They fuck up bone in
Yeah,
wings.
dude. Unless you know how to cook a bone in, I ain't getting it that way. I'm sorry. People can call me whatever they want. Those are chicken tenders. Those are chicken nuggets. Yeah, they're delicious. Shut up.
They're
Nuggies.
fucking delicious.
Dino
They
nuggies.
are. I'll have me my saucy nugs. All right. Wendy's might have got rid of them, but I'm bringing them back. We'll have
Oh,
little saucy nugs in there. You know, I'd like to consider having the buffalo chicken dip or some kind of spicy dip to go with tortilla chips. Frito scoops is probably the best way to go. Tostino scoops also if it's more of a like bean dip or something, you know, a spicy one of those. Get a little. Maybe we'll go with a little spicy Latino flair, you know, to keep up with the way the Super Bowl's going. Maybe I'll do a little 5-layer dip in there, something a little spicy on it. I think that's what we might be going with this time. Go find me a nice 5-layer dip. Fred Meyer's, Walmart, see which one has the better option for me as the snack option. Snack option one, right? But then,
yep, yep.
I, you know, you gotta keep the diversity going. So you
Mhm.
need a dessert in this, man. And I think it's got to be brownies this year, dude. I think it's got to be
Oh,
just a tray of brownies in there. Make
oh.
sure you get the dessert. Make sure you keep it delicious. Make sure you keep the little children happy. You know, got things
Didn't
I
even
got to
consider.
think about now. I can't
How
be
about
at
no
full
bakes?
adult mode. But yeah, I think that's where I'm going. I think that's a pretty good match of it all.
I like it.
I used to, you know, make sure I had Mike's Hard Stack. Now it's more like some kind of cola. I don't know if it's gonna be a cherry Coke or a Pepsi or maybe a cherry Seven Up. I don't know, but I'm gonna add that as my drink. Do you guys have any special drinks you do for the Super Bowl?
For me this year, Donkey, we're probably looking at frozen margaritas.
Let's go. Those are the best. What flavor? Flavored or traditional?
Traditional. Probably
Oh man.
citrusy. Yeah, I
Add
don't
some
have no
add some
good stuff.
strawberries in that, some
Okay,
blueberries.
okay.
Make it fruity. Have a little
It's for
fun with it.
you.
Laskers. Please
Donkey
do.
knows me well enough. It's either a Coors Light or a Keystone Light. That don't change no matter what day of the year it is. And also, I like your idea of the 5-layer dip.
Mhm. It's good
Five
stuff.
layer dips bomb. I just don't want to have to make it myself.
I
I'll
agree
be
with you on
honest with
that.
you.
I 100% agree with you on that.
Someone else is making my lazy self the entree to it. Now let's do the last part here, the last rating. Unless you guys have something else you want to rate, you're gonna go least favorite, kind of favorite, favorite part. We're going to rate the Super Bowl with 3 parts. We're going to call it the game, the halftime show, and the commercials. What is in last place for you guys? Personally, the game takes last place for me. And that's even when the Steelers play, sadly.
Gingy, you want to go
Mm,
first? Or you want me to go first?
that's a tough one. I'll go.
Well,
I'll take it. I'll take
as I
it.
say,
This year, I'm waiting to be pleasantly surprised, but probably the least favorite going to be the halftime show, and I'm really hoping that I'm pleasantly surprised.
Fair enough.
oh,
Laskers.
100% this year, the halftime show. I have no interest in that. I don't fucking dance, so, and that's what Bad Bunny said is everyone wants to dance if you don't know Spanish.
Yeah, dude, put on his music. Maybe it'll shake your little booty out there, Laskers. Have a little fun with it. Let yourself
Yeah, no,
enjoy
I'm
the
good.
brewskis and do what comes natural in human nature and put on a mating display for the 5 other people in the room. Just kidding. Don't do that. That will get you sent to jail.
Yeah,
Second
no, I'm
favorite,
out.
Gingy.
Yikes, massive yikes. Second, probably this year, the game will be the second.
All right. Uh, for me, second most important is always the halftime show. And Laskers, how are you feeling?
If we're going this year, Probably the commercials. Like, I really am not that interested in the game.
Laskers, you just said the game's the most. Literally, you're
Oh
only
no,
chosen
yeah,
for
you're
the
right.
most
Yeah,
interesting
no,
in
you're
the
right.
game.
You're right. The game. You're right. The game's second most for me this year.
Laskers lost this game show without it even being that way. Laskers, what's the most important thing for you?
I guess the commercials this year, except for I hope there's not too many AI ones.
No, Gingy, how are you feeling?
Commercials most important for me. I'm also I don't want AI commercials, but I'm always interested. For me, since was that? Since the Budweiser frogs, I feel like that has all been very culturally significant since as far as I can remember, and I enjoy seeing how advertisement of products has evolved since I've been watching these Super Bowls over the years. It's interesting.
Yeah, I agree with you. Commercials are always the most important thing to me. I've been disappointed the last few years. There have actually been some bangers recently, and there are actually a couple that they're like setting
Seal
up.
last year.
That was hysterical. Like I said, there have been some. There have been
It's
some that's
awesome,
gone there.
man. That was
But
a
mostly
legendary.
it's become a lot more PG than it used to be, and I don't like that as much. People are afraid to step on toes. But there have been some setups for commercials this year that I'm interested to see. Like I've seen, there's about to be a polar bear blind taste testing Coca-Cola versus Pepsi-Cola. I know where it's going, but it's kind of interesting to see what happens there. Is it State Farm? One of the insurance companies has been setting one up with a like this weird alternate company that they're going against. There's been some setups that I am absolutely waiting to see what happens. There's been some setup commercials that are letting you know things coming in the future. Like I want to see the finish of this Ben Stiller and Benson Boone commercial thing that's been going on. I'll say this. I haven't been as interested in commercials recently, but these setup commercials are making me really want to know where this is going to go. How is it going to go? And oh man, I want to see some, beer commercials with twins. That's all I want. Okay, Gingy.
I hear you. Like I said, it'll be interesting. I hope the game overtakes it though. Number one, you talked about. I mean, everybody thinks the Seahawks are going to win. You talked about a 10-point game. I really hope that rises to the level to overtake commercials for me. But
Dude,
I
I
don't know.
hope it's the most boring Super Bowl in the history of Super Bowls, and New England just gets it absolutely throttled because I don't want to see them have more Super Bowls than the Steelers. So,
Right now, nobody does. Nobody will want the Steelers to ever win that either, but that's cross that bridge when we come
That's
to
beside the point.
Exactly.
yeah, I think
Irrelevant.
we've done a good job wrapping here. Is there any, before we get there, I'm going to put a programming note out there. We'll do Steelers coach talk a little later. This is Super Bowl. We'll let the Super Bowl hold its own. We'll make this purely a Super Bowl talk and not a Steelers talk episode at all. Is there anything else you guys feel is important on a Super Bowl Sunday? Is there anything you must have done on a Super Bowl Sunday to make it memorable or traditional or any of the who's your what's it's this is how we do type of stuff? Like, do you have to go to someone's house? Do you have to call someone? Do you have to give a high five? Do you have a spot you must sit? Those type of things. Traditions. Currently, I have none up here. I'm sure eventually my kids will get to wanting to do something crazy every time. But any traditions for you, Laskers, Gingy?
Definitely have a good meal. That's a big thing for me.
Laskers is looking for steak and caviar, Gingy. How about you?
Oh, I'd like that.
Yeah, I don't know about traditions per se, but I'll tell you what, I'm always lighting up the group chat with the boys during this game because I feel I know a lot of other people were watching last football of the year. Bittersweet.
I'm super sad that my local commercials are going to take out some of the national commercials. That's always sad.
Some of mine are too.
Never a good time. We had the Hall of Fame class This is what I'll end it on because my shout out's going to be to all of these guys making the Hall of Fame. We had the Hall of Fame class announced. It belongs to Drew Brees, the most accurate quarterback in history, retired. Larry Fitzgerald, let's go Pitt. That's all I got to say. And thank you for not catching James Harrison until he crossed the goal line on that play. Thank you very much, Larry. I know you did that because you love the Steel City in your heart. I got you. Respect. Adam Vinatieri, pretty good kicker. Maybe one of the most iconic kicks in NFL history with that snow field goal. I mean, that kick even sticks in my head. That was definitely a memorable moment. Luke Kuechly, always a really good linebacker, solid middle. Didn't think he played long enough to really be instant Hall of Famer, but the dude was an absolute monster when on the field. Can't disagree with that. And I believe from the olden days, it was Roger Craig getting in. Maybe I messed up the name. If I did, I apologize. But I think those are the 5, and that's going to be my shout-out. Let's go to Laskers.
My shout-out is definitely Larry Fitzgerald. I mean, that guy was an absolute beast. I don't know how he played as long as he did and as good as he did.
For sure. Gingy.
Yeah, I hear you about the Hall of Fame class. No qualms for me. Going to be interesting. I think Big Ben is eligible next year. Going to wait and see. Be looky-looing on that. But my shout out this week is to you boys. What an awesome year of Steelers talk. Thank you, Laskers. Thank you, Donkey. Awesome times talking football every week with you boys. Look forward to continue to do it in a more nonsensical fashion, perhaps.
In a more up-to-date modern podcast fashion. I've been teasing it, and it's not, instant happening. But I'm telling you, before next season starts, it's going to be set up, it's going to be good, and you'll have to watch Nonsensical to see when it happens. And, of course, that's a good segue to let you know I'm the Viking Donkey. That's Viking_Donkey at Twitch, at Twitter, your Daily Dose Donkey, Ginger's awesome YouTube channel where you get this great content. Be sure to look out for some more stuff happening. Maybe I'll stream a little more. Y'all can come say hi, get in your questions, leave your comments, let us know what you want to hear in the off season. Let us know your traditions, your favorite snacks, and anything Super Bowl related you do. Lasker, let them know.
I'm the Laskers everywhere, and still, if you can't find me, well, that's too bad for you. Gingy to you.
Gingy in the house. Holy smokes, you want to associate ugly mugs with this production, Donkey? Let's go. We're talking football. We're hanging out. We're watching the Super Bowl, folks. It's the last hurrah of the season. Wave 'em if you got 'em. Here we go.
Yo, it's Viking Donkey Gingy and Lasker on the mic. Steel City nonsense, yeah, we're here to ignite debates and discussions all about the black and gold stories of the Steelers, bravely to be told. Another Sunday, the air is thick with anticipation from the North Shore to every fan's location. We're breaking down the plays, the wins and the heartbreaks, every single snap. For goodness sakes, got my terrible towel waving it high and proud, lost in the cheers of the roaring crowd. From Bradshaw's bombs to Ben's big throws, Steelers legacy everybody knows. Oh, nonsensical Pittsburgh Steelers talk. Every single week we take that walk through the history, the present, and the future bright. Steel City story shining ever so light. Yeah, Viking, Donkey, Gingy, Lasker, a legendary crew. Talking Steelers football through and through. Was it a tackle, a fumble, or a perfect pass? We're dissecting every moment, making it last. From the draft picks to the Hall of Fame, every player, we know their names. Some say we're crazy, some say we're obsessed, but for the Steelers we put it to the test. Debates get heated, opinions fly around, but in our love for the team, common ground is found. Oh, nonsensical Pittsburgh Steelers talk. Every single week we take that walk through the history, the present, and the future bright. Steel City story shining ever so light. Yeah, Viking, Donkey, Gingy, Lasker, a legendary crew. Talking Steelers football through and through. From the immaculate reception to Super Bowl rings, our Steel City heroes, the joy they bring. Through the highs and the lows, we stand by their side. With every victory, our pride can't hide. So grab your headphones, tune in and chill. For the love of the Steelers, we'll talk until. Nonsensical Pittsburgh Steelers talk. Every single week we take that walk through the history, the present, and the future bright. Steel City story shining ever so light. Yeah, Viking, Donkey, Gingy, last